everyone, it's Megan, and today I'm going to be doing a video about my E.L.F. brush collection and also my top 5 favorite E.L.F. brushes. And if you don't know, E.L.F. stands for Eyes, Lips, Face, and it is a cosmetic company which can be purchased at eyeslipsface.com and also at Target for the most part. I have seen bits and pieces at like the Dollar Tree and other random stores, but like you can buy their entire line on eyeslipsface.com and you can find most of their stuff at Target. So I'm just going to go over all of the E.L.F. brushes that I have, and I think they are amazing for the price point that they're at. Some of them are $1, which are their essential brushes. They also have a studio line, which most of their brushes are $3, and they also have a minerals line, which they range between like $5 to $8. So I'm going to show you all of mine, and then at the end I'm going to show you my top 5 favorites. So I'm going to start with face brushes, and I have the E.L.F. Mineral Powder Brush, which this is a fairly new brush to E.L.F. You can only find it on eyeslipsface.com currently. It's a small powder brush, and it is made, as the name suggests, for powder mineral foundation. I use it for my pressed powder foundation, but I know that people use it with like their Laura Mercier loose minerals, their bare minerals, anything like that. You can also use it with like loose high definition powders. I've used it for blush as well. This is a great brush, and it's a little bit smaller than I thought it would have been, but it's still really good, especially if you want a more full coverage, whoa. Dropped it. It's really good if you want a full coverage application. It's also really soft. Like basically all of the E.L.F. brushes are super soft, and all of their, this is part of the studio line, and all of their studio line brushes are all black. So the handle, the ferrule, and the bristles. And it comes with this little like brush guard thing, which is good to keep it shaped, and also if you travel or have like a bunch of brushes all together, it keeps so the bristles don't splay all over the place. Another new brush that I got from their studio line is their small stipple brush. It's this itty bitty stippling brush. I don't have their normal size stippling brush to compare, so sorry about that, but this is really good for, I've used it for cheek color, both powder blush and cream blush, and it works perfectly with both. I know some people use this type of brush for foundation. I haven't tried that out yet, but I think it would be good for that because it's like pretty dense, but the bristles at like the tip are different levels, so it really helps like buff it in and make your blush, at least as I know, look pretty airbrushed and really natural. So I really like this. One more face brush is the E.L.F. powder brush, and this is from their minerals line. Their minerals line have bamboo handles, a black ferrule, and really soft natural bristles. This brush is so soft. I love this. I use this for bronzer, so not contour but bronzer, and I think this would be great for all over powder. As I said, this brush is super soft, and I'm going to put all the prices and links to each and every brush that I mentioned down in the information bar. So I think this is like $5, and it also comes with one of these like travel brush guards. Moving on to eye brushes, I have the E.L.F. contour brush, which this is in the studio line. It's a dense crease brush, at least that's what I use it for. It's really good for getting a nice outer V, and it's like medium sized, so it's good if you have like basically any size eye. If you have really small eyes, I think this would be a little bit too big for you to do like precision work, but it's also good for like blending out the edges if you want like a really diffused look. So this is a good brush. I have this E.L.F. eyeshadow brush, which came in a kit, so I don't know if you can buy this separately, but this is really good, and it's very comparable to their Essential Professional eyeshadow brush. I have 2 of them, so this is what they look like in comparison. They're basically exactly the same. These two are the same exact brush, and these are in their Essentials line, which are $1. These are $1 a piece. And I love these. You can't have enough like brushes to pack on color. You can also use this to blend out or put down creased color. So this is definitely a brush that if you're starting out with makeup, you definitely should get one of these, especially for $1. They're great and they're very soft. So for $1, I would definitely recommend these. Another eye essential brush that I love is their Professional Eye Blending Brush, and it's just like a medium-sized crease blender. And this, like I said, is great for crease work, also for blending. I used to have another one of these and I don't know where it went, but this was the first one I ever got. And I really, really like this brush. I reach for it a lot, especially when I just want to blend something out. This is a perfect brush for that. And this is also $1. And another $1 brush that I have is the Defining Eye Brush. This is a new addition to my collection. It's like an angled brush. It's not very fluffy, it's pretty thin, and this brush is okay. It's not my favorite of the e.L.F. brushes. I would say this is probably my least favorite e.L.F. brush that I bought, but it's good because you can put color all over and then you can turn it and do like crease or outer V, so that's nice because it has like a thinner like tip. You can use it for like smoking out liner both on top and on bottom. So if you do like a lot of smoky eyes, I think this would be a pretty convenient brush to have, since you can do almost every step with this one brush. Lastly, I have a miscellaneous brush before I get to my top 5 favorites, and it's the retractable lip brush. This is from their Studio line, and this is a pretty cool brush. So you just take off the cap, you put the other end in here, and your lip brush comes out and is exposed. So this is perfect for in your purse or for travel. And I don't use a lip brush too much, but I thought this would be a good one to get. It's only $3, and since it is really compact, I could pretty much carry it wherever. It's pretty small, so it doesn't have much surface area, so it really is good for like around the edges of your lips, but not as good for like putting the color all over the place unless you do it like in a sideways motion. So this is good to have, but I don't think that this is the best lip brush out there. So now I'm going to get on to my top 5 favorite e.L.F. brushes. Starting with the e.L.F. Kabuki brush. This brush is phenomenal. It is so soft. I have had this for years. It has never shed. It is tried and true. I love this brush. I recommend it to anyone. This is $5, I believe, and it is in their Studio line. I use this a lot for my powder foundation, and something that I do often is, like, you can see how it's pretty big and fluffy, which is great for like all over powder. But if I want a more like dense application, I'll take a hair tie and just push it up here to make it more dense, which is great for applying foundation. You could do blush. Sometimes I've gone like this and made it into like a flatter shape to do contour or bronzer. This is just an amazing brush, and for $5 you cannot beat it. This is like basically my #1 favorite e.L.F. brush ever. Another one of my favorites is the Flawless Concealer brush. This is a medium-sized fluffy brush, which is amazing for under eye concealer as well as face concealer. What I do is I put my under eye concealer, which is like a liquidy consistency, down under my eyes, and then I blend it out with this in like circular motions. It is phenomenal. I never thought I would use a brush for that. I was like, why do I need that? I will just use my fingers, but I can really tell a difference, and I don't know, it just disperses the product more evenly. It makes a thinner layer, and so you don't, I have like a few little lines, which is crazy. But I do, and having like a thinner application really helps like not as much product to like go into those lines and like build up, which no one wants that. So this is an amazing brush. It is $3 and I would highly recommend it. Third, I have the e.L.F. angled blush brushes, which are in the Mineral line. These are the exact same brush. I just have one with the brush guard on it to show you. I use this one for blush a lot of the time, and I use this for highlight a lot of the time. These are amazing. They are so soft. I've probably said that about every single brush that I've mentioned, but this is a great brush. It's fluffy, but not too fluffy, and it's perfect for blush. I gave one to my mom for Christmas, and she loves it too. It is just such a handy brush to have. You could also use it for contour. I know a lot of people like angled brushes for contouring, so if I got another one, I would probably use that for contour, but this is just a brush I know I can always count on for blush and highlighter application. Finally, I have two eye brushes, and the first one is this E.L.F. contouring eye brush. It's this fluffy brush that is sort of tapered at the tip. I did get this in a set, so I will do my research to see if you can get it separately, but honestly, I would probably buy the set just for this brush. It is amazing for crease work. This is my favorite brush for crease work and to blend out with. Because it is tapered, it can get into the crease really well and do a nice application there. But since it is fluffy, you can also blend color out. So this is my favorite blending brush of all time. I would highly recommend it even if you have to buy the whole kit that I got it with. And finally, my fifth favorite brush from E.L.F. is the Professional Eye Crease Brush, which is in their Essentials line. Again, $1 for this. It's just this little stubby brush. This is amazing for specifically putting color places. I used it today to put color like right in this outer section, and then I used the brush that I talked about before to blend it out. It is awesome. You can use it for like upper liner, you can use it to put color down below your lash line. You could basically do anything with this brush. It is like the perfect size. I don't have another brush in another brand that is like this and works as well as this does. It's a domed shape, but it has a bit of a point, so I think that really helps if you want to do like specific work, especially in your crease. If you were doing a cut crease look, I would definitely recommend this. This would be like amazing for that. And because it is really small, it works great for people with small eyes. So those were all of my E.L.F. brushes, and these were my top 5 brushes. And I would recommend every E.L.F. brush basically, and I would super recommend these brushes. Like, these are amazing. If all the other ones went away, I'd be really sad, but I would definitely be able to get by with just these. Even if like all my other brushes disappear, I could use only these 5 brushes and be perfectly happy, and I would love using them every single time. So I definitely recommend that you guys check out Eyes Lips Face if you haven't already. Their brushes are fantastic. I'm also going to do a top 5 beauty products from E.L.F. and that'll be an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. And I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!